Fucking hell. A little bit of a push on, look how red I am. It's the sun, that. It's the sun. So we are on a Wainwright bagging mission now. Just taking this route because it's scenic. Definitely didn't think this was a summit. No.
No way.
Definitely didn't fall for that, because that'd just be amateurish. Just look at that for a view on a day like this. Hell.
Almost, mate.
We'll try again. Welcome back, guys. We're on a cheeky Sunday hike. I've got Lee with me today and Sheba that acts like she's not with me. Where are you, Sheebs? Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Hello. All right, go on, off you go. So we're doing Kidsy Pike today. Kidsy Pike high rise. They're not. They're just off High Street. You might remember from one of our videos a few months ago where me and Graham went up Rough Crag and long Stile up on High Street in some of the worst weather I've ever been out in. But we're going to bypass that ridge, go up the next one up to Kidsy Pike. Absolute glorious day. We didn't get started till about 10:30, but that's sort of the norms for me. We've parked at Mardale Head Car Park, which is right at the end of Haweswater Reservoir, which we can see in a minute is extremely low. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. So you can see where we've parked in the distance. Not you, Lee. But so you can see where we've parked in the distance. Just walked up the side of the lake and we're just getting to the part which is called the Rig, and this is where you would tee off to go up Rough Crag and Long Stile up to High Street. But our plan of attack is if I hurry up and get over here. But our plan of attack is we're going to go up this ridge here, up onto the top of Kidsy Pike, which is just in the cloud there. Not exactly quite sure on the route yet, but that is the path up to Rough Crag and Long Stile. If you remember our video, I put a card up, but there's none of this overgrowth at all. But look at them for some views straight over onto Haweswater. I mean, what more does anybody want on a Sunday afternoon? Absolutely awesome. So we've just got to Kidsy now, at the 500 metre mark. Just as we get to the top here, the gradient drops a bit, and we've definitely done the hardest part of the route now. And to be honest, we're filming, it's 45 minutes of hell, but it's actually not a bad little route. Yeah, so it's quite a good route, and loads of these little scrambles. You can see that they're not much. I'm hardly having to use my hands, but yeah, some nice little scramble. So if you fancy a little scramble, which there's not too much ascent, so like I say, maybe an hour, half hour to an hour, depending on how fit you are. For us, it's been about 45 minutes. Some of these nice little scrambles just to break it up a bit. Really enjoyable. Look at High Street, looks absolutely stunning. And we might actually drop back down Long Stile and Rough Crag, just because I didn't really get the views from it last time, so good to do that. And we've got an absolute belter of a day. It looks like a mini sail, this sort of big lump of a hill, and then the zigzaggy path. I know it's not quite zigzaggy as sail, but so in my head this is the mini sail. Kidsty Pike, 780 metres. Just look at them views. Looking beautiful in the midday sun. Sheba, the mountain goat. It's a nice easy one to pick up. In fact, all of these now, you know, there is a little bit of down and up, but once you're up, that's the hard work done. A really good time actually, and the weather app is absolutely spot on again. So this time we used Met Office and the Windy app again, so you really need to check this Windy app out. It's absolutely amazing. It's also worth paying for the premium in my eyes, especially if you love doing what we do. Final little push up high rise now, so bag the second of the day. See where we come from, Kidsy Pike. You can see where we're going, but get up this one first. Still blowing a bit, but more and more I get out, definitely getting fitter. And I need to be for next week. It's a surprise. So we are on a Wainwright bagging mission now. So that's 2 done. We've obviously done Kidsy Pike. We've just come off the summit of High Rise. We've just come off the summit of High Rise. We're now heading over to Rampsgill Head. That's 792 metres. And then from there we're going to drop onto the Knott, which you might just be able to see. I think that's this little lump here. I have been up there before. I'll be able to tell once we get up there. And then from there we're going to go over onto High Street, and we're going to come down Long Stile and Rough Crag, which is obviously a route I've done recently, but me and Graham went up it in some of the worst weather I've literally ever been out in. So you should check that video out. The weather was wild, and I've always said I'd love to come and do that ridge when the weather's good. And the weather's good, we're in the area, and saves going down the same way that we've come up. We can make it a circle and we can go and pick that ridge up. So that is what we are going to do. Just taking this route because it's scenic. Definitely didn't think this was a summit. No
way.
Definitely didn't fall for that, because that'd just be amateurish. We're gonna go to the summit there because that's where we knew it was, you see. Sheba got there first. Summit, Rampsgill. Yeah, shocker. 792 metres. And views. Love it on a clear day where you can just see for miles. Looks ace, doesn't it? And when you've got all the skyline and that. Some absolutely stunning views here, guys. I mean, why these far eastern fells don't get more attention? You know, it's all about the Helvellyn's and the scar fells of the lakes, isn't it? But you know, we've seen, how many people do you reckon we've seen, mate, in total? Maybe about 8, not counting bumping into the same people. 10, we've seen 10 people all day max. And just look at the views you get, and you can hit summit after summit. So forget the Helvellyn's, forget the Scarfells of the lakes, get onto these far eastern fells. I've said it before, they're absolutely stunning. Okay guys, that's four of the 5 Wainwrights done today. We did sort of change a plan once we got up onto the top of Kidsty Pike, and we thought rather than dropping down and having a long walk back down the side of Haweswater, we thought we might as well change the direction of the route, finish up on High Street and then drop down Long Stile and Rough Crag back to the van. So that's the route we're going to go. So we've done 4 out of the 5. We've just got to get up over onto High Street, otherwise known as Racecourse Hill. So yeah, onward and upward. I thought I'd bore you with some facts of why it's called High Street and Racecourse Hill. Obviously I already know this, I'm definitely not just reading it off Wikipedia, because you know, who does that? So yeah, it was an apparent Roman road that was built between 2 forts, one near Penrith called Brotham and a fort at Ambleside, and they chose this route because apparently the valleys were heavily forested at that point, really boggy, and it's susceptible to ambushes. So right now we are walking on the path of the Romans, which is pretty cool in itself if you ask me. And also the hill has a name of Racecourse Hill, and going back to the 18th and 19th centuries, on the 12th of July, all the local people would meet up on top of the plateau, and they would have a summer fair. There'd be wrestling, they would all swap sheep back from stray sheep that they found, and they'd have horse racing, which, there we go, the name of Racecourse Hill. See, it's all about the facts here at 54 degrees north. Definitely not off Wikipedia on my phone. Not off Wikipedia, is it, Lee? Nope. Nope. There we go, guys, the summit of High Street, the highest part in the Far Eastern Fells, 829 metres. Just look at them for views. So this trip's summit shout out is going to go to Martin at MDT Outdoor Adventures. He actually lives quite local to me, and he's got a great channel. He does a lot of hiking. He not just mountains and stuff like that, he does a lot of trails and stuff like that. It's a really good channel. Often see him and his daughter Jessica popping about the place and that. So yeah, it's really good. So give the channel a check out. That is Martin, and his channel is MDT Adventures. Peace. Right, so that's High Street done, or Racecourse Hill, whatever you want to call it. We're going to drop down onto Long Stile and Rough Crag. I think Sheba will be all right. It's also the quickest way down. So just look at some of them views though. See, as far as the Scarfells, absolutely beautiful. So any views that only come up to the lakes every now and again, really honestly suggest that you hit some of these Far Eastern Fells up. I mean, there's so many. I've got videos of loads of them, so I'll drop some cards in and also some links in the description. But yeah, High Street is a must. It really is. It's absolutely stunning. So right, it's time for me, Lee and Sheba to get off this mountain. looking back at long Stile there. Don't know whether it comes across on video, but she's immense. But the route is really, really simple. Nothing technical, nothing really too steep, or too hard to scramble over, should I say. Obviously steep in places, so anybody that might not like too much scrambling but definitely want to give a little ridge a go, I'm telling you now, come and hit this up on a decent day and you will not be disappointed. Well guys, we're almost back at the van now. Probably maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile to go, which it'll take us to 9 miles in total, so it's been a decent walk. But for now, that's me, Lee and Sheba signing off. There's the van. Team 54 out of here.